Okay, so we restarted the PS4, and we're back here, and I was right, actually. There is something on top of the bookcases. It wasn't showing up, so we're just going to do this puzzle again. How you're supposed to do this is you enter the investigation area, click on the scroll first.
These are the rooms of the Royal Scribe.
Yes, this is the room of the Royal Scribe. Next, we want to head over to the ladder, and we'll get to some stuff in just a second. Now, after the ladder... Yes, I can read your mind, because Amber and I have been talking about some stuff while I got back here. But I was right about some stuff. But anyway, on this statue, on the other side of the bookcase, you can see right up here, this is the key to the chest that you need. Boom. It was not showing up in our other files. So if that happens to you guys, try restarting. Don't save. Restart, and boom. See? Piece of cake.
Pretty awesome, Luke.
Not really. It should have worked the first time, but whatever.
Way to fight that glitch.
That's my nose.
Official papers. This chest belongs to the Royal Scribe himself, Eudoros.
Yeah?
False bottom.
How would he know?
A letter.
On paper.
Animus, the Pharaoh remains compliant and is our puppet in all things. Act with caution in Siwa. The murder of the Heron was but the first. 2 from among us here in Alexandria have also been killed. However, the situation is under control. Gennadios is actively questioning the populace. We commend your efforts, Ibis. Long life.
Stamped with the seal of the snake.
The snake is Eudoros, the Royal Scribe.
Yes, saying that out loud to yourself really helps you remember.
That doesn't look like he was questioning that
the
guy.
Royal Scribe is often at the Bathhouse. I will kill that naked ear that Eudoros there.
Egyptian swears just a second ago that they had to translate for us because it's like, yeah. So, speaking of the Phylakitai, I believe is how you call them. Amber and I have like a mixed opinion what they are. I'll tell you what I think my version is, and then she can tell you if I'm right or wrong. But based on the duties that they had, they were a type of police force, but at the same time, they handled stuff of the Egyptian government and the pharaoh a little bit. They worked during the time of Ptolemy, and my way of describing them is kind of like... police meets like FBI type thing, but like old school FBI.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, yeah, like tracking down people, putting people in jail, you know,
Going after criminals,
people,
interrogation.
Criminals, and also, but they also had many other roles. Like, there were like several different groups of them. Like, if you think about, I think there was like a more of an agricultural group, and then there was another group, but I can't remember the names exactly.
Yeah, there were different facets of them. And the one Roman, while not getting into them too much, they have a Latin name, but I'm terrible with Latin, how I remember them. And it was actually an easy word that I just kind of didn't think that's what they called a police force, but the Roman kind of secret police or like really strong, almost SWAT-like guys were called cohorts or urban cohorts.
Yeah, I think they had like 2 different kinds of police forces. I think it was like vigiles or something for the like regular stuff, like, you know, like putting out fires and stuff. And then if you had to bring in the like when I looked it up on different places, the like urban cohorts, exactly what you said, except for I like was like, oh no, you're butchering the Italian, or I mean Latin pronunciation of it, but it doesn't, I can't really think of how they would have pronounced it in Latin. It's kind of the same way if you would be speaking Italian or Spanish or something.
Yeah, but getting back to the
it was like the SWAT team, heavy, it was paramilitary is how some people describe it, so it was almost a military force, but basically very heavy duty.
Bad news if you ran into them. So the Phylakitai, kind of like how the Magi were like the sheriffs of Egypt who had like free reign over everything. The other guys, like, they got their permission from the pharaoh, so they could pretty much do whatever they wanted, and they weren't just like a police force. That's why I kind of like went with a FBI like thing with them. Because the Magi, in order to get permission to do certain things, they could operate above the law and they can do stuff, but technically they're supposed to answer to like forget their name. They start with the P. It is Falakatai, I think is how you say it, but I'm not sure.
Well, they answer to other groups that are above them, and those people answer to like different governing officials and stuff like that. But basically, they do all. They were the Falakatai, from what I found out, were the police force that was during the time of Ptolemy in Egypt, so Ptolemaic Egypt or whatever.
But when we murdered that guy, he was calling... Okay, that's an interesting glitch. That's not how one sits on a table. You're supposed to sit in a chair!
Well, he must be very...
Well, now he'll learn his lesson as his butt bleeds. So...
Yeah.
And I have to be careful I don't kill civilians.
I mean, it was interesting because they actually did so much. Like, they would respond to emergency calls. They would do detective work. They would, do all kinds of stuff. But they also did other things like answer questions for people and collect taxes and stuff.
Are you seeing this?
Persian commander outfit.
Weavers give you cool outfits. I didn't know that. And I've been all over Egypt in this game. I've never stopped to see what a weaver is. I was kind of curious.
Wow.
I was like, you were gonna just talk about stuff, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, but I don't have 2,000 coins, so I can't purchase that Persian outfit.
Persian.
I know. I need to find a way to get the Persian thing. Probably gonna have to do a bunch of grinding to earn that much money. Yeah, but
yeah, like I was saying, like they also like some of them actually collected taxes depending on what type you were. Like I was talking to Luke, and it was basically like, you know how if you're a police officer and some people just do highway patrol and then some people do other things, so they would each be a different type of police officer. So they basically did everything.
So this is the Marauder costume, yeah. And they're kind of, when you killed that guy, basically he was telling, what's his name, Bayek, that how dare a lowly magi kill a Falakatai, because that was, like, crossing the line.
Oh, so Magi were, like, not as cool or something?
They're sheriffs. It'd be like, okay, here's another explanation. Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Who operates above the U.S. government, but still technically has to, answer
they're like
to
FBI, basically.
Right, and this guy would kind of be like Lieutenant Gordon or Commissioner Gordon. He has his own. Siwa's his little slice of heaven, like a place where he operates, but he has jurisdiction all over. Whereas, if Commissioner Gordon left Gotham, of course he wouldn't have jurisdiction of the entire state of New Jersey, but he could probably get it if he needed it.
Well, I always wonder, this is my thought, but I don't know if this is correct, but, like, the Falakatai were people under the Greek governing of Egypt, but I wonder if the Magi were people from even an older time, because...
they were the time of pharaohs, so they were
yeah,
like
but I'm saying pharaohs were for thousands of years before Greek took them over. Maybe Magi were around a lot longer than
oh yeah, definitely in the past they had
That's
a bigger,
what I'm saying.
they were like the personal guard of the pharaoh.
I'm saying, like, in reality he sees himself as more important as Magi, but maybe this guy realizes that the Magi actually are more important because he's more of a real Egyptian than they are. They're like Greek Egyptians.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to describe this. So speaking of Greek things, we're actually going to I'm unsure of this, so I'm just going to state, just don't quote me on this. I know that there were some baths in the ancient world that were co-ed. We are going to a public bathhouse where we have to assassinate the royal scribe, and that's going to be all kinds of fun. Well, I mean, not for the person we're assassinating, of course, but I mean, we're going to get to go to a new location.
That's just my thought, because it seems like the Magi were around a long time before the other people.
Several dynasties, yep.
Yeah.
This is the 20th dynasty, the end of Egypt's rule, basically. Yeah. Except they don't know that yet in the game. They still think they're going to go on for a very long time, so it's very hush-hush, So, but we're going to the giant bathhouse in Alexandria, and I have no idea how to get inside. I've gone past it a couple times, but it's always heavily guarded, so I don't know what we need to do.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm not really dressed for success right now. I'm wearing a Desert Marauders costume, so I'm like, bad news.
I like the color, though. It's kind of a cool red. I mean, for me, I'm all about colors, so, you know, when everything is brown, I'm not too into it, but that's kind of cool, red and white.
Usually the color that a Marauder wears represents his rank. And I believe red is like that of a chief or like a higher up, whereas if somebody's just wearing like basic black colors or something else, then they're just lowly Marauder. That way you could, you know, what's the word am I looking for? You could brag to your other Marauder friends, you know, if you had red, you know, you're like the, kind of like a Power Ranger, you're the guy in charge of the Marauder group that is your team or whatever.
Your Marauder group of one.
Well, yeah, I am, but I could be coming from a whole tribe of Marauders. They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah. Right, Shadow? Shadow's like, whatever.
But weren't Marauders like, are they like bandits? Or
Yeah,
like,
they're basically like bandits, yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm like head bandit right now.
So, yeah, that'll go over really well in a civilized city.
I know, right? And be like, Falakatai, get that guy. And be like, I'm just in cosplay. You'll find out what that is, like, 3,000 years from now or more.
Yeah.
Whee! That's fun.
Yeah, it looked like the Egyptian...
Ow.
Well, it actually looked like the Egyptian king, Pharaoh, wasn't really even part of those people, like, abusing that guy or hurting him.
Hi there.
Looks like he was just sitting on the throne, not able to do anything. Looks like everyone else was deciding everything for him.
See? Heavily guarded. Okay, how do we get in? I mean, there's like an important guy inside there taking a bath. You'd think there'd be more guards than this, but... Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm not doing anything suspicious. Don't report me, please. Thank you. Are you kidding? All I have to do is walk in.
I guess sometimes all you have to do is enter through the front door.
Wow. That's just all kinds of lazy right there. I'm
You
sorry,
know,
but that's lazy.
Oh my gosh, this just reminds me of... Remember when we got those special locks for our door? Because, like, you know... Oh, I'll talk about it later.
This is a public bathhouse. It's
That
pretty.
Looks beautiful. Oh, you just put a towel on to look like everyone else? Where'd you put your clothes?
They're hanging out outside. Like, I have a locker and everything. It's a combination lock, so.
Eudoros to court for plagiarism? No. I was visiting the docks and heard it from Aristo's wife herself.
His wife? She works herself into histrionics over nothing.
Eudoros stole whole paragraphs from Aristo's book about the Nile. I love coming here. The building alone is worth the trip. Look up at that expansive ceiling. Simply divine.
Wait, expansive ceiling?
Oh wow, look at the
Ooh.
ceiling up there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think I believe they had running water and everything.
The Romans and Greeks were pretty cleanly, but the idea of doing public baths, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they didn't have the system to do it in each of their individual houses. Like, this is probably better than nothing.
Yeah, it would be better than nothing, but...
It's like going swimming, but also getting clean at the same time. But, yeah. Well, I'll talk to you after we're done with the bathhouse about it.
It's fun. It's pretty steamed.
About the going through the front door.
Is everything to your liking, my lord?
Never mind. When we were looking at those different kinds of locks to secure your house, remember that time we were looking at that? I was watching different videos on people like describing, you know, what robbers usually do. And
Simonides, you have consumed too much wine.
I have, and I will again. But had I not, would our pharaoh be any less...
Can I do anything for you, my lord?
Nope, I'm good. I'm just lost.
yeah, but apparently this guy was who was selling one of the lock things was basically talking about how a lot of robbers go right through the front door in broad daylight because it looks as if they're going into their house or they know the person.
Like they lost their key or something.
Exactly,
Yep.
because it's more suspicious if you do it at night. It's actually the least suspicious thing you can ever do is just go right through the front door.
Yep.
Which is why you shouldn't have a lot of trees around your house.
Nope. Or in the back. Don't have a lot of trees in the back. That way it makes for easy in, easy out. How in the world am I supposed to... I mean, I have a weapon on me, it looks like.
You do
Yeah,
have a weapon
I have the
on
hidden
you.
blade on me.
I pity him. His skin affliction is an...
Whose skin affliction? Why did you stop talking about skin affliction when I walked in here? You guys... Oh, I see how it is.
It's that rash right, right there.
Oh, it's a rash.
You kind of got something right all over everywhere.
No, I thought this was turning into a Greek-Egyptian thing. I'd be like...
What?
What?
What do you have to say to me? Is this because I'm Egyptian?
Yeah, what?
Do you want to go?
The only problem I have with him wielding a hidden blade is, did you know that the assassins actually had to remove their middle finger to use it? That way they didn't accidentally stab themselves. But Ezio, and rather Leonardo da Vinci, found a way to correct that mistake.
Yeah.
So that Ezio doesn't end up cutting off his finger, but Altair and like all these other people, they had their middle finger missing, or it was 2 of their fingers, so they could operate it.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, that way you wouldn't get cut and it would easily go away. Although, it would actually be pretty easy to find out who an assassin was back in the day if you were a good detective. You just look for the person that's missing a finger. There you go.
Exactly.
That's a member of the Brotherhood.
If you're trying to look not conspicuous, why would you?
Yep. Because everybody had their fingers. It'd be kind of a big deal to have one of your fingers missing.
Why do they grow those plants? Like, is it?
I don't know. I think it's been here for a very long time, and that's just mold,
Or it
what
could
do they
be
call it?
like vines or something.
Yeah. All right. There's nobody here.
Ooh, some more yummy food. This food is definitely good, Luke. You should try some of this. Because this isn't a bathhouse. Everyone's
I have
eating it.
tried to see if I can get Bayek to eat stuff in this game. It's not like the other Assassin's Creed games.
Oh,
He never eats. He never sits down.
Free food.
It's like the very first episode. He says, "I do not sleep. I wait because I am Assassin Chuck Norris." Because that's a Chuck Norris line. I don't sleep. I wait.
Oh, right.
That's why I laughed when Bayek said it in the very first episode.
I know.
It's
That was
it's
hilarious.
a Chuck Norris line.
I actually was saying Chuck Norris really soft, but I didn't want it to get into the thing because it would sound stupid.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, I actually did. If you like turn the volume really
There you go, guys. Easter egg, because I didn't edit that out, so I don't know.
Yeah, it really sounds creepy.
Chuck Norris.
No, it didn't. I just
There
was
he
like,
is.
Chuck Norris.
Oh, that's convenient. Thank you, Ubisoft.
Oh, that
Where's my
guy.
entertainment? Good gosh. Must I find everything for myself?
You get entertained in the bath? Does he want a rubber ducky?
Yeah.
And a toy boat? Yeah, he can do like a fleet of like Greek ships.
Any moments away from that petulant child are a blessing.
Aw, he doesn't like Ptolemy. Nobody does in this city. Everybody's talking bad about him behind his back. Whee! Dead. Nice and easy. Well, he wanted to play in the tub.
Good thing it's. Whoa!
Oh, he's bigger.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Luke, this is bad. This guy has got us.
He kills people all the. Oh! I was gonna say, he kills people all the time. Why is he screaming? Is he like Man of Steel Superman?
His finger, it's gone.
I think you're right.
Die and be done with it!
May the gods curse you. What cause have you to kill me?
It was you who murdered my son before my eyes!
You are a fool.
At the temple! In Siwa!
That forsaken shithole? I had nothing to do with that disaster.
It is too late for your lies. Anubis awaits. It is worth the loss to slay the snake at last.
The snake? snake will never die.
Oh, jeez.
Freaky.
Son
Dead child
of
imagery.
Ab, the Lord of the Duat awaits.
Apparently feathers are a big thing in Egypt.
Well, yeah. Your soul is weighed against a feather to decide if you're gonna go to heaven or not. You're hurt.
So if I need to freak out Egyptian people, I just wave feathers around?
Well, I mean, back then they.
Oh man, where's the time machine when I need it? I can defeat a whole army.
I don't know how many people still. I have heard that there are magicians and people that still keep the.
Uh-oh.
You know.
He was so handsome.
Oh, here comes the guards. Let's leave.
Poor soul.
Yeah, I had to throw him in his bath. Because it was funny. Look at that, he's floating.
Yep.
Animus will crucify us. Find the murderer. No one leaves.
Well, there is a small. I have heard that there is like a small portion of people that never forgot the old Egyptians' ways, and they keep like all the writings and the secrets and everything.
Cool. For those people, I'm gonna find feathers, and I'm gonna have some fun.
I don't know if you'll be able to find them. I think they're pretty secretive.
Okay.
In fact, actually, I heard that. Well, actually, what I heard about them is that they started the Templars and the Masons. So maybe that. I don't know.
Okay.
So in a.
Wow, it's really easy to get out of here. Hey, what's up, guys? Don't mind me. I'm just bleeding from my finger. Oh, the blood is dripping everywhere. There's like there could be a trail of blood like leading to my capture. I mean, that's not convenient. We gotta find a way to cauterize that. I guess not. We're just gonna leave. Trail of blood. Alright.
That is the most disturbing thing. Did you keep your finger?
He's gonna Rambo it?
Oh my gosh, he's Rambo! Rambo!
Wow.
So
Alright, he got some coolness
hardcore.
points. Alright.
He is officially your Rambo and Chuck Norris combined into one.
Wow. That's impressive, by
Yeah, no, but I did hear that there is a group of people that still keep that have, like, kept all of the Egyptian secrets and...
Oh my gosh. We can wear Bayek costume. If you want, you could be Bath
You
Time
can be
Bayek.
Towel Bayek.
Towel boy. Towel Bayek.
Towel man.
Time to find Aya again.
Oh, look at the pretty horses.
Maybe my wife can give me a band-aid and use like some magic to give me back my finger. Although, you know, in order to operate the hidden blade, in instances like that, by the time this adventure's over, I mean, he's not gonna have much of a hand left.
How are you able to grab onto this stuff without being like, ah, ah. Like every time you grab onto a ledge, it's like that would hurt
It's gotta be
much.
throbbing at the moment, you know. But I mean, he just
He just cauterized it.
That's pretty smart, actually.
And I guess that just seals it off from bacteria and everything and helps it to heal much faster.
It's not gonna heal. It's not
Stops
like
the bleeding.
That's the one thing. I wish we were like reptilian because then we could grow parts back. But
That's pretty disturbing, Luke.
I don't like the fact that we can't regrow stuff like Wolverine.
I would never want to be part reptile.
What about part mutant that has healing powers? That'd be awesome.
If I was part cat, but cats don't regrow their limbs.
No. Hello. I'm back. Actually, my eagle is. If the eagle's here, honey, I'm home.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, you're missing a finger? You're
My
not."
dearest.
I killed someone else.
The snake, Gennadios, are dead.
That means it is time for us.
Eudorus. He died flailing in the baths.
I wish I had been there.
Okay, you guys need a hobby.
Wow.
Maybe try romantic comedies. Killing people really turns me on. Wow. Get a room!
My wife. My wife.
And fade to black. Oh look, Alexandria's nice this time of day.
Lighthouse of Alexandria.
And that's the end of the game. No,
What?
that's the end of the quest.
One of the tallest structures in the world at that time.
Yep. I'm just getting started? We're on episode 12. How are we just getting started, game? Oh, this is going to be a very long adventure, isn't it?
You know, it's kind of cool that they put the Lighthouse of Alexandria in there because the only photographs they have of it are really old, and many artists have tried to figure out how it would have looked, and no one can quite agree. So it'd be really cool to see what they, you know... No one has really seen it, how it, you know, for a long time.
D.
Hey, I was wondering if I should pull you out. Your adrenaline and BP are elevated, and it's affecting your heart rate and hormonal markings. Serotonin and oxytocin in particular. What happened in there?
Aya's here.
Who's Aya?
Bayek's wife. I could feel her nearby.
You can feel her? Pretty sure that's the bleeding effect. Along with Bayek's memories, you're also experiencing his emotions.
No, you dork. I think she's actually in this cave. Spouses usually share the same tomb.
A second mummy? We should really report to Abstergo.
Maybe after I find Aya.
I'm gonna call it in if you don't.
Deanna, no! If you do it their way, I'll get no credit. They'll cut me out like always.
Okay.
There.
What is it?
The bleeding effect is leading me to Aya.
Oh, great. More fuel for your superhero complex.
Ah, yes, the bleeding effect.
What's the bleeding effect?
It's something that happens with assassins.
She's
But
down
she is
there.
not an assassin.
My turn for a leap of faith.
What?
Why would he have his...
What? Why is she...
No condition to do.
Damn, that's cold.
Good thing that water was more than 2 inches deep.
Nope, we found the wife.
I was right, she's here.
There you are, thank God.
Oh my gosh.
I can almost taste the blood.
Okay, you're making less and less sense, Layla. We need to report.
Not yet.
Not yet? So when?
How would blood still work inside a mummy?
Well, I can't chew my way out of here.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I thought they drained it of all the fluids and stuff.
They were supposed to have.
Doesn't make any sense.
Your story will be told.
What are you
Your
doing now?
Story will be told.
Climbing. And it's hard, so... Scuti, will you?
Fine. Let me know when you get to the top.
Okay. Let's go this way, I guess. I really don't like the future segments. But then again, I miss Desmond, so... His future segments were cool. These are just kind of... They're there.
Yeah, no, I do think it's... I mean, I don't mean to be weird, but it does kind of seem like weird that a girl would be reliving his memories, because it just feels like, how
I'm
could
going
she...
back in.
Why?
I took a DNA sample from Aya. I want to see her memories.
Look, I get that you're excited, but the more risks we take, the worse things could go for us.
It's my dream on the line here. Let me do this my way.
Okay, you were saying?
No, I was just saying, like, how could she
Damn
fully...
it, my papers went everywhere.
like, understand what it
Anything
is... Like,
Yeah, the notes on the Animus.
like, how could she... It just doesn't make any sense how her DNA could mix with, like... Because guys and girls are so different. Like, how could she experience it the way he would? It just seems weird to me.
I
Add
don't
Aya's
know.
DNA to the chamber.
It'll take time to sequence. You won't be able to sync with her memories right away.
But now she's going to be the girl person, so that makes more sense to me. But maybe it could work. I don't know.
Layla,
Maybe I'm...
something else you should know. Since you're
What's all?
mixing gene sequences in an uncontrolled manner, the transition between memories will likely be unpredictable.
I'm comfortable with unpredictability.
Yeah? Well, I'm worried.
You always are.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's a sci-fi thing anyway, so it's not like it has to make total sense.
I don't like the future elements. I just don't. It always, like, throws
And
stuff
also,
off.
I do, like you said, she's a bad guy, so I feel uncomfortable, like, that a bad guy is reliving his memories. I feel really weird that she works for a criminal organization.
Well, the assassins have to learn what's going on at this point because, I mean, you know, when somebody is messing with one of their ancestors, they just have a freaky way of knowing, probably because of the bleeding effect. I'm sure she'll run into an assassin later, because, yeah, she's a member of Abstergo. They're the bad guys.
I think that's what bothers me the most about it is like, okay, she's messing with stuff she's not supposed to.
I just hope they don't kill one of the assassins from our time, like in this game.
Oh my gosh, I know, right?
They're technically the good guys. Technical term of the good guys, yeah. All right, back into ancient Egypt. Well, not ancient Egypt. Whoa, everything's going crazy.
I told you, the Animus hasn't finished interpreting Aya's DNA yet.
Scattered memories. Creepy.
Fine.
And meanwhile, Bayek's just like, what is going on? One of the coolest things about the future, though, was having Ezio being able to talk to your future self and confusing the crap out of him.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ezio's just such a cool name.
It is a cool name.
Simple but awesome.
That's right. Right, Shadow? Do you want to look at Ezio?
What is it?
The snake. What if he was not the last?
Of course he was the last. They are all dead. Justice is done. If there's any question, Apollodorus will know. He knows all.
And where will I find this man who knows so much?
He is with Cleopatra. But find his man first near the Hippodrome.
Hey!
Book time?
I'll tell Thanos that Gennadios is dead and meet you later.
It's like, that's my woman. I'm an assassin. That gets me the
Enjoy
lady.
the Hippodrome. Don't lose all your money at the races.
Wait, races? What? What did you say? Hippodrome? What do you mean races? Oh, I'm excited now.
Actually, I don't think he heard anything she said. He was just like...
Races. But anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check out our playlist for past episodes, and see some of our DLC content as well. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!